Hello everybody, welcome to AstroEdify. Today we are going to talk about a very special yoga which is specifically made by debilitated or enemy planets, afflicted planets in the chart, and instead of creating negative results, it brings a lot of success in person's life. So what are the conditions that make this yoga that we are going to see, and we are also going to see the horoscopes of people in whose case this yoga is manifesting, and you can see the brilliant results it is bringing in their lives. So let's start this video. If you want to book a consultation for yourself, or you want to learn astrology and do proper courses, you can go on this website. The link is shown in description. You can also connect on this WhatsApp number shown below for more information regarding consultations and courses. So we are going to talk about a very special kind of yoga in astrology. It is known as Vipreet RajYog. Actually, I have made one video about it before, but there are certain other conditions which we are going to talk about today. And this yoga is especially made by malefic planets, debilitated planets, combust planets, or enemy planets, and it functions really well in the life of the person. Now, Vipareet means something which is against you, which is like in opposition. So this yoga clearly means that the person will have to face certain difficulties, hardships, struggles, challenges, obstacles. It can be in any area whatsoever with respect to money, career, family, health, any domain whatsoever. It depends on the chart. But ultimately, no matter what, the person is going to get a lot of good opportunities in those trying times, so that the success comes, the victory comes. So this yoga ultimately functions really well. And when I say success, it can bring money, wealth, power, position, status, fame, reputation, anything. It depends on the chart. And any other specific extraordinary abilities also. Like somebody has any field, it depends. Like anybody who has a very excellent ability for research, for analysis, a good intelligence, any artistic skill, it depends on the chart. But the point here is that Vipreet RajYog means Raj Yoga is a very good auspicious combination which has power to bring extraordinary success in life, as well as the Vipareet thing means that you will have to face and encounter hardships, struggles, trials and tribulations. Only then you are going to be reaching success and be victorious. And it can show that there will be certain times where there will be situations which can act against you even though you got the success. But again, whenever this will be activated, even if let's suppose the Vipreet Raj Yoga is manifesting, so for the first time you gain success and then the things are moving on fine, then another later on the dasha arrives of same planet which is making this combination, so it can again throw you into difficult times, but again bouncing back and getting more success than before. That can easily happen. So this combination is specifically is not made by good planetary lords like Kendra lords, 1st, 5th, 9th lords, or 4th, 7th, 10th lords, or 11th or 2nd lord. No, this combination, this yoga is only made by the lords of 6, 8 and 12, and also we take the lord of 3rd. So 3, 6, 8 and 12, only these houses. So 3, 6, 8 and 12 are not considered good houses in astrology. They are known as 6th, 8th and 12th house are known as dusthanas, means any planets, any houses which create troubles. 6th house is loans, debts, health problems, enemies, obstacles, fights, challenges. 8th house is accident, injury, surgery, sudden events, mishaps, misfortune, losses. 12th house is also losses, instability, challenges, delay, struggle, separation, any kind of hardships. That is 12th house. Hospitals, asylums, legal issues. 3rd house is not that bad, but 3rd house is the house of challenges, efforts, continuous rigorous efforts. That is 3rd house, because it is 8th from 8th. So understand that these houses only 3, 6, 8 and 12, The lords of these houses are going to make this yoga. The name of this yoga is Vipreet RajYog. And now there are 3-4 conditions when it happens. So I'll tell the conditions, but the common condition that you need to understand is that in any of the situations which I'll tell, the Lagna Lord and the Lagna must be strong. This is the basic requirement. If that is not there, then this yoga is not going to be manifesting very well. It is, instead of giving success, it will create a lot of problems, challenges, delays, and unnecessary suffering in life. So you have to keep this thing in mind, that in all situations, one thing remains common. Lagna Lord, Ascendant Lord, and the Ascendant must be strong, well placed, powerful. Only then this yoga will function to its maximum capacity. Now, what are the conditions? The first condition is whenever the lords of 6th, 8th and 12th are sitting in 6th, 8th and 12th house. So 6th lord in 6th house, 8th house or 12th house, 8th lord in 6th, 8th or 12th house, 12th lord in 6th, 8th or 12th house. So if this is happening, this is known as Vipreet RajYog. Then the more they have afflictions upon them, that is also considered suitable. For example, 6th lord, 8th lord or 12th lord, if they are in these houses, or they are together, that is also another thing. Let's suppose they are not in these houses, but they are together in conjunction, they are in relation, like 8th lord and 12th lord are together, but they are not in 6th or 8th house, they are, like, suppose in 10th house. So still this yoga will manifest, Vipreet RajYog. But the condition is that if they have affliction means they have influence of malefics upon them, Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu. So Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu are influencing it. The planet which is making this yoga, Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu are afflicting that planet, or that planet is getting debilitated, or that planet is sitting in an enemy sign, or that planet is getting combust. Any of these situations, any of these situations are manifesting. But parallelly what happens? Lagna Lord and Ascendant are strong, and now the conditions. That the planet which is making this yoga, like if the planet is debilitated or enemy sign or combust, whatever, if that planet is looking at the Ascendant making this yoga and it is looking at the Lagna, or the dispositor of that planet is looking at the Lagna. For example, Mars debilitated in 6th house, for example. So debilitated in 6th house, looking at the Lagna. Okay. So the thing here is that, or let's suppose moon debilitated in 6th house. So moon cannot look at the Ascendant because it will be if it is debilitated in 6th. So the dispositor, like moon is debilitated in Scorpio, the lord of that sign is looking at the Lagna. Mars is looking at the Lagna. So the condition is either that planet which is debilitated or under affliction is looking at the Lagna, or the dispositor of that planet is looking at the Lagna, or the Lagna Lord is looking at the Lagna. Lagna Lord is looking at the Lagna, Ascendant. So this is one condition when this yoga manifests. Second condition is, we take 3rd house also. Whenever debilitated planets are sitting in 3, 6 and 8, we are not taking 12th house here. So 3, 6 and 8, whenever debilitated planets are sitting in 3, 6 and 8, and parallelly the same thing, if that debilitated planet is looking at the Lagna, or the Lord, the dispositor of that planet is looking at the Lagna, and the Lagna and Lagna Lord must be strong, well placed. So these are the conditions of Vipreet RajYog. Any of these conditions are happening in the chart, it will throw challenges, no doubt, but ultimately it gives tremendous success. Now we'll apply this on certain charts, you will be able to see. So this is the first chart of Shri Amitabh Bachchan. Now in his case, what is happening, that 3rd lord and 8th lord are together, Mercury and Mars. So this yoga is made by 3, 6, 8 and 12. And who are lords? So 3rd lord Mars and 8th lord Mercury are together in 8th. Now what does it say? It says that it should be under affliction, enemy sign, debilitation or combustion. So affliction is there on Mercury because it is very much close to Sun, combust. Mars is also combust. So 3rd lord and 8th lord together in 8th and both are combust. Mercury is under affliction by malefic, Sun and Mars. and it is retrograde, and it is in deep Papakartri Yoga, hemmed between Malefic, Sun and sandwiched between Sun and Mars. So Mercury is under affliction. Okay. Now the condition says that the planet which is making this yoga, that looks at the Lagna, or the lord of that planet, lord of that Rashi looks at the Lagna. So Virgo lord is Mercury, and Mercury is making this yoga. Mercury is not looking at the ascendant. The third condition was Lagna lord looking at the Lagna. So Lagna lord is Saturn looking at the Lagna. So ascendant lord is Saturn, and it is looking at the ascendant. And the common condition was the ascendant must be powerful, Lagna lord must be strong. So Lagna lord is powerful because first of all, Lagna lord is Saturn, which is in 4th house, a Kendra house, in a friendly sign, Taurus, in Rohini, which is a sign of abundance, wealth, luxury, power, position. And Saturn is looking at the ascendant, unafflicted. Saturn has no affliction upon it. So Lagna is powerful, Lagna lord is powerful, and the Vipreet RajYoga is manifesting. So Vipreet means negative situations were there. First of all, he gained maximum success during Saturn Dasha only, from 71 to 90. The mega star, that angry young man, that big Bollywood superstar that he became, that was in Saturn Mahadasha. But during that same time in 1982, he suffered a fatal accident where he just came out of death, near death experience. That also happened because of 8th Lord. It was Sun Antardasha, Saturn Sun period. Then during Mercury, from 1990 to 2007, he went bankrupt, lost all the money in production, and lost that power that he had in his field, but regained in the same time in 2000. From 1990 to 2007, Mercury was there. So Mercury means Mercury is making that yoga. So it gave that deprivation, that downfall, but ultimately regained much more before than that. So he earned a lot of money that he earned before in his life, when he went on to TV instead of only films. So that happened during Mercury in 2000. The KBC started. So Mercury is making that yoga. So whenever you are running the period of that planet which is making this combination, it has full power to give you tremendous success and growth, but it will throw you in dire situations. You cannot escape those. But those dire situations are only going to create ultimate regrowth, which is not expected. When the person becomes very hopeless sometimes, then it gives success. That is happening. Now, if you see another chart, this is the chart of Nitish Kumar, CM of Bihar, and many times he has been CM of Bihar and several times minister in central government as well. The point I am talking about, that he is a successful politician for a long time. Now in his case, what, just see, two Vipreet RajYogas are manifesting. One is by Moon, debilitated planet in 3, 6 and 8. So Moon is debilitated in Scorpio in 6th house. And if affliction is there, yes, Saturn is looking at it. And either this planet, debilitated planet, looks at the Lagna, or the lord of this Rashi looks at the dispositor, looks at the Lagna. So Moon is not looking at the Lagna, but Mars, the lord of Scorpio, is looking at the ascendant. Then Venus and Mars are together. 6th lord, 8th lord are together in conjunction in 10th house, again making a very strong Vipreet RajYoga. Affliction must be there. So affliction is there because Mars and Saturn are in relation and malefics, and they are afflicting Venus. Then if you see the lord, either that planet looks at the Lagna, so Mars is looking at the Lagna, 6th lord, or the dispositor. So dispositor is Jupiter. Jupiter is also looking at the Lagna. The very powerful Vipreet RajYoga. And what is the common condition? Lagna lord must be strong. So Lagna lord is very strong because Lagna lord is going in 9th house, Mercury, not combust, in exchange with 9th lord Saturn, very strong RajYoga. In Navamsha it is in 10th, very powerful. So Lagna lord is well placed, making giving strength, and the Vipreet RajYoga will manifest. So in certain situations where it was like there is no hope that he will win, but he won. So Vipreet RajYog is manifesting in such a way. In his case, this is an excellent chart for that. Then another chart. Just see, this is Nikola Tesla, a great scientist, pioneer, researcher, extraordinary individual. So just see, 8th Lord in 6th house, 3, 6 and 8, 3, 6, 8 and 12. So 8th Lord in 6th house and 12th Lord in 12th house, Jupiter. These two are making Vipreet RajYog. Affliction must be there. So Mars is 8th Lord in 6th, but in affliction by Ketu. Jupiter is in 12th Lord in 12th, but under affliction by Rahu and Mars and Saturn Drishti aspect. Now the rule says that the planet which is making this yoga must be looking at the Lagna. So 8th Lord is Mars, which is looking at the Lagna, and it is Lagna Lord also, and Lagna must be powerful. So Lagna Lord is Vargottam. Mars is in Virgo in both the Rashis, here and Navamsha both. And Mars is one of those planets which gains his strength in 6th. Because Mars is a warrior, 6th house is competition. Mars naturally functions well in 6th house. So no doubt it's not like that it is not giving a struggle in his life. He had had to face a lot of challenges from his competitors. Edison was one of them. But the point here is that the extraordinary intelligence, 8th house is research, Virgo is analysis, logic, reason, calculation, extraordinary vision. That is Virgo. It is boosting it. Mars in Virgo functions very well for logic. Jupiter and Rahu in 12th house, again imagination, depth, research, analysis, foreign aspects. So the Lagna Lord is strong, and the two Vipreet RajYogas manifesting by Mars and Jupiter are making it further powerful. So this is again a brilliant chart, and this is another chart, that is Albert Einstein. So in his case, what is happening? Debilitated planet, again Moon in 6th, and 6th Lord Mars in 8th house under affliction by Rahu. So 6th Lord going in 8th, and it should be having Papa Prabhav. Papa Prabhav means affliction, Rahu sitting with it. Lagna Lord must be powerful, so Lagna Lord is making very powerful Raja Yoga. So Lagna Lord is Mercury, and it is debilitated, but it is in complete neech bhanga, cancellation or debilitation, and a Raja Yoga. Venus, Saturn, Mercury are natural friends, and they are lords of 1st, 5th, 9th house, sitting in 10th, in relation with 10th Lord Jupiter, very powerful. Okay, so Lagna Lord is strong, Lagna is strong, that is one. Then debilitated in 6th, and Mars Rahu in 8th, making two Vipreet RajYogas, and Venus Saturn also making a Vipreet RajYoga. 8th Lord, 12th Lord, Venus and Saturn are together in 10th. What is the condition? Venus making this Raja Yoga or Saturn making this Raja Yoga, they are either they should look at the Lagna or their dispositor. So who is the dispositor? Jupiter, who that is looking at the Lagna. Okay. And in this case, understand that dispositor of Saturn, Mars is Saturn. Saturn is not looking at the Lagna, but Saturn is well placed, itself making a Vipreet RajYoga. So the thing here is that for the first time when he published his theory of relativity in 1905, and then general theory in 1915, that was both of them in the period of Venus. It happened in Venus Dasha. So Venus is bringing that. But Vipreet Paristhiti, Vipreet means negative situations were there. His family life was destroyed. He was responsible for that. A lot of affairs, a lot of sexual addictions, they were there. Family life was completely destroyed. Then he had to leave his native place and go to America. Then another point here is that later on in life it gave health issues also, and at the same time it is bringing tremendous growth, success, because Scorpio 8th house are research, analysis, innovation, new out of the box thinking, which nobody is able to see, hidden things, and bringing them to people. So that extraordinary intelligence that is happening here, to manifestation of three Vipreet RajYogas: Mars, Moon, Venus, Saturn. So these are few charts where you can see that how the yoga which I discussed is made by malefics, the lord of 3, 6, 8 and 12, and they are bringing very good growth, success and power in life. Okay, so I hope you understood that how this yoga is seen, and if it is manifesting in your chart, even if you are facing certain difficulties, or you are going to run these dashas, or you are running these dashas of planets which are making this, you shouldn't worry too much. Obviously you should be more disciplined and more relentless, competitive, action oriented, but understand that it ultimately brings growth, success and progress in life, prosperity in life. So that is the nature. Okay, so I hope you like this video. If you are new to my channel, subscribe below for all information and posts and reels and consultations and courses. You can connect on my website, Instagram, Facebook page. There all links are given in description. Otherwise we'll meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye and thank you.